Newt Gingrich has some unique ideas about human beings and rhinoceroses and God and evolution. I'm going to let him do the speaking, and then, of course, we will make fun.
You said that you are not for state religion, the state imposing religion on the people, but from what you said, it sounds kind of like you support religion imposing its ideas on the rest of us. I'm very concerned that a branch of Christianity has gotten some of its tenets into our laws, like stem cell research, linking foreign aid to reproductive issues and so forth. If you were president, would you work hard to make Christian social issues the law of the land?
We said in our founding document, we are endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights. Now, should we teach children that or not? Should they learn what the Founding Fathers meant or not? Abraham Lincoln wrote a second inaugural address, which in 702 words references God 14 times and has 2 quotes in the Bible. Should children in high school read that address or not? Can you explain Lincoln without understanding that he read the Bible every afternoon? Or is it just bad history? Because we now have this politically correct model that says, oh, we can't tell you anything about any kind of religious beliefs anymore. The idea that taking school prayer out in 1963 made the country better, I don't see any evidence that children who don't spend a moment recognizing that they're subservient to God, I'll let you approach God in any way you want to. There's an enormous difference between a culture which believes it is purely secular and a culture which believes that it is somehow empowered by our Creator. And I always tell my friends who don't believe in this stuff, fine, how do you think we're randomly gathered protoplasm? We could have been rhinoceroses, but we got lucky this week?
Do I have to break down what a profound misunderstanding of evolution that is? So it's just everything is a random collection of protoplasm. And then on any given day, what do we got? What do we got? Spin the wheel. Oh, today we got a lion. Spin the wheel, spin the wheel. Oh, human being. What are you looking at? A rhinoceros. That's not how evolution works. But think about that for a second. Is he saying that because he thinks the audience doesn't understand anything about science, that if he does a rhetorical trick like that, they're like, yeah, God, atheists are so stupid. They think you're either going to be a human being or a rhinoceros, that it's random. Or does Gingrich himself actually believe that? That, like, out of the womb of his mother could have either come Gingrich or a rhinoceros? I'd have to spend the rest of the day trying to explain to him how evolution actually works. But by the way, when you get to the issue of religion and government, grossly misleading again. He says, well, the founders talked about inalienable rights. Should we not allow kids to read that? First of all, we do allow kids to read that. That's in the Declaration of Independence. We don't make them not read it. Second of all, we also have them read the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, which says that we shall not impose a religion. And it's not saying that the Founding Fathers, some of them didn't believe in God, which is true. Some of them did believe in God. But they had the wisdom to say, even though I believe in God and I believe in this specific branch of Christianity, I will not impose that upon all the rest of America, our citizens, or even our leaders, because we can't agree on which branch of Christianity or any brand of Christianity we would do as a state. That's why they made the country secular. That's the real history. By the way, Abraham Lincoln that he mentioned, yes, read the Bible very often. The religious leaders at the time hated Abraham Lincoln. You read the history, because Lincoln was a deeply moral man, but he interpreted the Bible on his own, and he didn't go to the leading pastors and say, okay, what do you want me to say about the Bible, etc. He didn't wear religion on his sleeve. He actually practiced it, but he didn't enforce it upon the rest of the country. That's why the pastors at the time couldn't stand Lincoln. I don't know, again, if Gingrich knows that and is lying on purpose, or if this so-called professor is totally ignorant of history.